Welcome back to the Badass Leaders Podcast, where I'm joined each week by industry experts for intimate and eye-opening discussions about the challenges and joys facing the leaders of today. Subscribe and get ready to scale your company, grow your brand, and unlock your full badass potential. Today, we're going to talk about how to avoid burnout. So, a blueprint for success without burnout. 6 easy steps. Okay, when I set out to write about burnout originally in this blog post and work-life balance last fall, I never expected to find myself amid a real-life experience. And actually, as I read it right now, I'm also in a similar experience. So I'm excited to learn with you. Are you ready? Let's do it. You see, this has been a journey I've been on, just like many of you. So it's a bit too close to home, but isn't that what blogs and sharing them with you are all about? Getting personal? So let's dig in. In my career, I've known the pitfalls of burnout and how a stressed, unbalanced lifestyle can harm your health and relationships and impact the team around you, ultimately limiting your success and that of everyone and everything you touch. Based on those last few summer months, I found myself in a situation where I had to put into practice my strategies for navigating burnout. The daunting, nearly suffocating emotions that can accompany high levels of stress and pressure were all too familiar to me. The fascinating origin of burnout. So when I first started ideating about talking about this topic on burnout, I did a quick internet search on the term itself. Interestingly, the term burnout has its roots in the 1960s when it was used as a slang to describe the physical exhaustion experienced by drug addicts. This slang term was applied to users when they stared at lit cigarettes until they burned out. Wait, does my professional terminal have a psychological connection to drug addicts? Now, I'm super fascinated. Okay, and a little concerned. Okay, back to being vulnerable. Let's carry on. In my terms, burnout occurs when an individual is so exhausted, so disconnected, that they reach a point of paralysis, unable to engage with the actions that they were most familiar with or comfortable with. They lose their creativity, productivity, patience, and spark. While this origin might seem far-fetched, it illustrates an underlying truth about burnout. It feels like the slow, steady consumption of our inner resources until there's nothing left but ash. Powerful. In the 1970s, American psychologist Herbert Freudenberger applied this metaphor to the workplace, coining the term to describe the emotional depletion and physical symptoms he observed in healthcare volunteers. He called this the high cost of high achievement. Many leaders today still pay this price. Been there, done that, I get it. Okay, the leader's dilemma, high achievement versus health. Badass leaders are passionate about and skilled at inspiring others, managing teams, making difficult decisions, and thriving in demanding situations. Yet, burnout can easily sneak in when the weight of all this responsibility builds. Leaders are called to sacrifice more, stay late, and work harder than their followers. That's just modeling good behavior, right? Servant leadership. But how many of us can honestly give more of ourselves than what we can provide to ourselves for a sustained period? There is no such thing as 110%. That is a myth. Take it out of your leadership toolbox today. Okay, go now. Take it out. Get rid of it. No such thing as 110%. Consider, how many times can a high achiever prioritize their accolades above their health before imbalance cracks at the foundation? How long can anyone function in the workplace or away without a bit of R&R? Why do we leaders commonly think we're above taking time off, prioritizing health or family time just because we're in a position of relative power? Why do we think that breaks set a bad example for the team? Remember what we said, giving 110% is impossible, a myth. Forget what your high school sports coach or crappy manager told you. They lied. To be fair, they likely believed it. But that is why we are learning leaders. We are willing to learn and grow as science proves new facts to us. Badass leaders must establish and maintain boundaries for the same reason we ask our employees to do the same. We know the value they bring and would kick ourselves if we let good talent go to waste, or worse, join a competitor. Freudenberger defines burnout as a syndrome that leaves people feeling their inner resources are consumed as if by fire, leaving a great emptiness inside. This is especially relevant for leaders who constantly push their limits. At the same time, we may initially see the physical signs of burnout in others: fatigue, sluggishness, distraction, or sleeplessness. The more profound symptoms of burnout are more insidious: frustration, cynicism, isolation, resentment, sickness, addictions, mental wellness challenges, and a creeping sense of inefficiency. So what do I do? That's why you're here, right? Okay, a blueprint for achieving healthy greatness, work-life balance is a cool term right now. However, I am starting to hate that phrase. It has become so overused. So many people just gloss over it. If you do hear it, it can seem simple on the outside, yet it's incredibly challenging to take control of the situation when you're in the thick of it all. Especially for high achievers, balance can seem like a luxury only available after accomplishing it all. But when you get the balance right, holy smokes, no one can hold you back. Get excited. Achieving balance isn't about giving up on your professional goals or sacrificing personal happiness. It's about finding a sustainable way to manage both. Here's a practical, step-by-step approach that I tailored and recently executed, and will be executing again, which you can implement too. Okay, number 1, clarify your priorities. Your why is the first step is clarifying what truly matters to you, professionally and personally. You can't be everything to everyone, period. You can't be everything to everyone. Trying to do so is your fastest path to burnout. Define your work, home, and community priorities and recognize where your time and energy are best spent. Once you do this, you'll be ready for the next step, which can be a knotty string to unravel. Number 2, set boundaries and stick to them. Most of us struggle with setting boundaries, feeling we must be available 24/7 and always say yes. But step 1 prepared us for this. We can't be everything to everyone, and we must prioritize our priorities. Probably a reason why they are somatically related, huh? Setting boundaries is crucial, but it's equally important to stick to them. If you don't stick to them, then they are not boundaries. Every yes is a no to something else, and every no is a yes to something else. Choose your yeses wisely. Frankly, this is one of my favorite sayings. Just saying it out loud to you feels like a hug to me. Should we establish and maintain your yes boundaries with this framework? Or should you establish and maintain your no boundaries? This line of thinking requires a slight tweak, but it's helped me immensely when making decisions. Some ideas are: establish work hours. Disconnect from your email, Slack, LinkedIn, etc. Communicate these hours to your team, family, and friends so they understand and respect your time. I tell my team I am not available 24/7. They know not to book a meeting with me before 9 a.m. I work late, so my email signature includes this line. Note, I responded to this email at a time that corresponds with my work-life balance. I would like you to do the same. With gratitude, AGN. Next, serve selectively. Practice the pause when asked to serve, volunteer, mentor, etc. Pause to consider whether this opportunity aligns with your mission and goals, or does it just feel special to be asked? Say no to the things that just feel special, and yes to the ones that align with your mission in life. Next, consider seasons. Instead of trying to achieve work-life balance at all times, consider seasons. As I mentioned, I'm currently in one of those seasons. Allow for periods when you go all out, and then balance them with times when you shut everything out. I schedule time away every quarter. It allows me to stay badass without killing myself in the process. Okay, number 3, empower your team appropriately. The best leaders decide how and when to assign projects to others. They check in with their team members and look for the signs of burnout we listed earlier: frustration, cynicism, isolation, resentment, sickness, mental wellness challenges, and that creeping sense of inefficiency. We've previously discussed how the best leaders help their teams become leaders themselves. When the coast is clear, leaders trust and empower their team to take on tasks, thus relieving some of their workload and helping their team grow and develop. Effectively empowering others with responsibilities allows leaders to focus on high-priority tasks that require their skills and gives them the mental space to recharge. Modeling this also allows those future leaders to do the same. Note, I chose not to use the word delegate. And if you know me and have worked with me, you know that I really hate the word delegate. And the reason is because it distracts from the reality that when we allow someone else to crush something, we also allow them to be their best. I empower you to do the same. Number 4, schedule personal time like a meeting. As you block out time for important meetings, you also need to schedule personal time. Treat your time with the same importance as any other commitment, whether for exercise, family, friends, community, or self-care. Since you've already prioritized your priorities, allotting designated time to specific tasks, commitments, or events can be easier and more natural, especially since you have your yes and no boundaries set up. Well done. My tips: a shared calendar. I use a Google Calendar shared with my personal and professional connections that show my day and week and gives me flexibility while providing visibility into how I spend my time. Be transparent. I list on my calendar when I get my hair done in the middle of the day, go to church, and have doctor's appointments. Though after I had a male colleague remind me of a gynecologist appointment in morning stand-up, I did start being selective about the words I used as the titles. Why? Because when I work on the weekends one weekend, I want them to see that I balance that off with that very hard to schedule hair coloring appointment the Tuesday before. I want them to see they have my permission to do the same. Okay, review your week before the week. Some people cringe at having such a rigid lifestyle, but I would encourage you, especially if you're dealing with burnout, to be intentional with your time and allow your mind to see your schedule. This serves 2 purposes. It reminds you of the exciting things ahead, and it enables you to adjust your schedule if you get overbooked. Although utilizing a calendar is up to you, your well-being is not optional. Okay, 5, embrace flexibility, not perfection. This seemingly strict approach is incomplete without the 5th step, flexibility. Burnout occurs when a rigid commitment is too many tasks is combined with an unyielding grip on achievement. Does this sound familiar? It does to me. To be clear, achieving balance isn't about rigidity dividing your day into equal parts of work and play. Some days, work will demand more time, while others, your personal life will take precedence. Remember the season's tip from above and the review your week before the week. Embrace flexibility and focus on the big picture. The balance will even out over time. Self-reflection is critical to understanding and executing this part of the process. Being honest with yourself will help you embrace flexibility, not perfection. Life is a marathon, after all, not a sprint. My advice, which I've taken several times, is to re-examine this list using the flexibility framework. Proper balance will be more attainable, natural, and sustainable if done intentionally and honestly. Okay, number 6, lead by example. As a badass leader, you are the one your team turns to for guidance on professional matters and managing work and life demands. How do you do this? First, show them that success doesn't have to come at the cost of personal well-being. Show them you'll improve your performance and happiness by prioritizing balance and inspiring those around you to do the same. Show them and yourself the grace and space to recognize signs of burnout with the encouragement and support of maintaining proper boundaries. We don't want to lose our best talent to burnout. Don't put these tasks off until convenient. They will never be convenient. Instead, build these practices into your culture and daily goals. Success without sacrifice is possible. It's easy to believe that sacrificing personal time is the price of success, but trust me, long-term success depends on your ability to maintain balance. By prioritizing work and life, you ensure your well-being and create a positive, sustainable environment for those you lead. So let's recap. Clarify your priorities, set boundaries and stick to them, empower your team, schedule personal time like a meeting, embrace flexibility, not perfection, and lead by example. The impact is within our reach, but it requires us to be healthy. Take the first step with me today, and you'll discover that authentic leadership includes leading yourself towards a healthier, more fulfilling life. Now, if you're ready to lead with balance and intention, start today. Evaluate your work-life dynamic and commit to minor changes to bring harmony. We would love to help. Contact the AGN Group for team and individual coaching to live your best and company's best lives.